SCOTUS found its minerals and stopped sitting on the tariff case, finally striking down the president's tariffs. The surprise is how long it took for the decision, not the decision itself. The law and precedent were clear. The 6-3 majority should also be clear. It's also surprising that the administration seems to not have anticipated this. Now, unfortunately, instead of taking this ruling as a way to get out of the tariffs, they're going to double down. Now, let's be clear. The tariffs have been a drag on consumers. The president refutes that.
I'm ashamed of certain members of the court, absolutely ashamed. It's my opinion that the court has been swayed by foreign interests and a political movement that is far smaller than people would ever think. The good news is that there are methods, practices, statutes, and authorities that are even stronger than the IEEPA tariffs available to me as President of the United States. Today, I will sign an order to impose a 10% global tariff under Section 122 to protect our country from unfair trading practices.
I don't know who wrote that because, obviously the president was reading somebody else's words, but they're not doing him any favors. Now, just moments before our show, the president signed this new temporary 10% global tariff as he sorts out what the next move is. But the court was swayed by foreign interests. They're his judges. Look, at least the administration didn't refuse to follow the ruling. That was my concern. Bottom line, the law does not allow what he did, period. And the tariffs do not and have not done what he promised, nor will the new ones. How do we know? The facts. Fact number one. Last year, despite the Liberation Day promise, the trade deficit was only reduced by 0.2 of 1%, okay? And after revisions, job growth overall was virtually non-existent. Did you know that last year, the whole year, we added under 200,000 jobs? And we lost manufacturing jobs with the tariffs. The Tax Foundation found that Trump's tariffs increased costs on you to the tune of $1,000. Next year, it will be $1,300. A stat that came out today that's being totally ignored is the U.S. economy only grew at 2.2% last year, down from 2.8% in 2024. It's the slowest growth this country has had since, wait for it, the pandemic. Okay, and why? The tariffs are part of it. Not all of it, but they're part of it. Another stat out today that's being overlooked, the personal savings rate fell to its lowest level since 2022, meaning more and more of us are either not saving or dipping into savings just to pay for daily items, food, gas, groceries, healthcare coverage, different insurances. And this all happened before the real tariff pain was about to be felt by American consumers and small businesses. Because according to Goldman Sachs, last year, the U.S. big companies ate the majority of the tariffs. And a lot of small businesses ate them too. It just hurt them a lot more than the deep pocket big businesses. This year, all of them are going to have to pass it on to the consumer. We will eat the majority. Don't believe me? Don't believe the Tax Foundation? Don't believe Goldman Sachs? All right, how about the major companies who are doing it? Walmart, Levi Strauss, Columbia Sportswear, Spice Maker, McCormick. They all announced price hikes for 2026, and they all said it's because the tariffs. Is everybody lying except the president? Now, that's what we know. My concern is what we don't know. What happens to the $170 billion in tariff revenue that companies and Americans paid? Where is it, by the way? Who's overseeing it? Has it been moved? And what's going to happen now? Are the people who paid it going to get refunds? Are they going to have to sue? Is Congress going to need to act? Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.